Hi everybody, Erica Corinne here, and today's video is a DIY of taking an old pair of sneakers. I have these maroon Converse that I don't really wear that much, and I want to spice them up a little bit, and hopefully I'll wear them more by adding some flowers to them. So these are test strips I did. Both of these flowers were done with acrylic paint, so just simple craft paint, and then over it I painted some fabric glue. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do after taking out the laces, I'm going to take off this all-star patch because I want to put a flower at the top of the tongue. And if you don't want to place a flower here, you don't have to do this step, but it kind of just gives you a whole blank canvas. And I'm just using a seam ripper. You can use scissors. Just down. Once you get all of the thread that's on the tag. You're using seam rippers for tiny, not that you can usually run your size. I just hope she doesn't pull it. So you have your paint mixed, or the jar of paint you want to start with. Because I'm making flowers in the way I did them here was I have this like rounded kind of thinner brush. I just started out by making like ovals or circles and created my flower. So I'm going to take this bubble wrap I have right here. You can use a plastic bag or whatever you want, just to try when I get down to it to keep everything separated. So like if I have more on the tongue, the side parts don't overlap it. So let's just go ahead and start over here. So what I do is I just kind of create a circle or an oval shape, and then just keep creating them by just swirling the brush. If you don't want the flowers to be a perfect flower shape, which as you saw in my example, they weren't like perfectly flowers. If you're super talented, you can draw a perfect flower and that's how you like it, that's awesome. I'm just coloring it in. I don't know how long it will take to dry on this canvas than on my test fabric. I did test this on fabric versus paper. So I'm gonna make a semi bigger one here. And after you guys have your paint mixed and you're all done and you have all the layers, because we're obviously going to have to do more than one layer. No, I want that bigger. If you have you can transfer the paint or even mix it into a container with a lid, and then you can save the paint, then it won't dry up. Actually, I'm going to make that look like it's such a big flower that it's underneath this back stitching part. Do one more tiny one back here. Okay, so I have all the ones I want on this shoe. Let them dry before we do another coat. So as I was finishing the other shoe with the first coat for the flowers, I decided that I'm gonna try, I don't know how this is gonna work, but I am gonna paint all the white parts black. This is of course optional, but I like having, like, I have a pair of plain black Converse with the black, with these areas the same color, and I really like that. I like the darkness. I like the darkness of it, so we'll see how well this works. I'm also probably gonna cover this part with Mod Podge to help seal it in, since this is rubber and it's already stiffer. I don't think it will matter. So I've finished 2 coats on the flowers and 2 coats on the black paint. Now I'm gonna go in and do the detailed lines that make it look more like a flower. With this sample one, I used the aqua green, and I have this finer tip paintbrush. I'm going to do the tongue one last, like I did the other times. There's still some wet spots on the black, but we can still go on. Okay, so I'm going to use this darker green. This one is called Bluegrass Green. So it's just a little darker. So finer tip paintbrush, and do like following the edge of the flowers. And then I bring it in for another layer, like an inside layer, and kind of go in the spaces in between 2 of the outer ones. So since this one's really small, don't really have room for a lot, so then I'm going to add some polka dots to give it a little bit more dimension, just wherever you want them, really. I'm going to show you one more time on this bigger flower. Maybe we'll get a couple more layers. So I'm just going to paint over the eyelet, and then if I feel like it, I might just scrape it off before I put fabric glue over to protect it. So this type of flower, it's pretty much, you just do these like curved lines anywhere you really see fit to make it look somewhat like a flower. There's really no wrong or right way to do these. I do feel like by adding almost like a center, like 2 like that, or like how we did on that first one, they're almost mirrored each other, and then a dot, makes it feel it makes it feel like the whole flower, it pulls the flower inward, I feel. Add some dots, and there you have it. So I'm going to finish up these, and then the last step, I will come back for the last step. Alright, so I finished with putting the Mod Podge on the black painted parts. It came out really shiny, even though the one I used was the matte one. I don't know if that's because of the rubber. Okay, so that part's finished. Now I let the paint sit overnight only because the project was getting too late last night and I wouldn't have time to finish. But I don't think you really have to wait overnight. It just happened that I did. So I'm going to take the fabric glue that I have, and it has this little nozzle on it, and I'm going to take advantage of having that nozzle to put some of it down. And then take a little bit smaller paintbrush and coat it. So make sure you cover up all of the painted area. You don't have to put too thick of a coat. And then just continue on covering all your flowers or whatever painted area that you have. And this fabric glue says to let dry for 4 to 6 hours. So now that they're all done, they're painted, they're sealed. Now once they're dry, they're ready to wear. You don't have to do anything else. This is just, I thought would be a fun way to revamp a pair of shoes. Hopefully that I will wear them more often. And I think they look cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys have fun with this on a pair of shoes, but I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys have fun with it. And if you enjoy DIYs, let me know down below if you have one that you want to see me attempt, and I will do my best. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.